Good morning, one and all. We got a really special video for you today because I learned something, and hopefully you guys are going to learn something out of this too. But before we get into it, I want to introduce you to Eric. How are you, Eric?
I'm doing well, Stanley. How are we today?
Doing excellent. And we've got Matt. These guys are from May West. Now, I've done couple other videos with these guys from May West. May West, where are you guys located at?
We are in Hutchinson, Minnesota.
All right, and we're going to be installing a cutting edge.
Truth behold, we're going to find out how well Stanley can read a tape measure.
That's not good. Oh my God. It looked like it was within 2 inches to me. On to one of our Arctic pushers that you guys have probably never seen before. And if you have, then kudos to you, but you actually have it in your hand right here.
We have these individual cutting edges that we're going to put on that Arctic pusher.
What is this though?
This is going to be what we call a vertical cutting edge.
What's
poly cutting edge.
A poly
HMW poly cutting edge.
Okay. You guys are like, well, why wouldn't we want steel? Now, hear us out. Why wouldn't we want steel? What's the advantage of using this on a parking lot versus steel on a parking lot?
The number one advantage that our UHMW poly cutting edge will give you, it's not going to scratch or gore your surface that you're trying to protect.
Okay, so I used to do a parking ramp, and it was coated with a surface that I was never allowed to scratch off. And I had to get one of these cutting edges and put it on my bucket specifically just to do that parking edge, and it was nowhere near the quality of this. That's right. It would last less than a season, and I was replacing it. You guys actually don't compromise on materials, and you use a better quality materials. My understanding from what I've learned, is that correct?
That is correct.
Yep. Oh, okay. And there is a big difference because when you use virgin material,
Virgin UHMW.
Virgin UHMW, not recycled, not
regrind.
Not regrind.
Yep.
You're gonna get a lot longer life.
Correct.
It's a much higher density material, so the wear life on it is a lot longer than a regrind or a recycled material.
He said wear life.
Yep.
Now, if I'm gonna be taking the time and money to put this on my lot so that in case you guys have a parking lot that you can't scratch up, like new asphalt, put this on because this is going to eliminate your scratches. But how long is this going to last compared to steel, Matt?
It should, in most environments, it should be pretty comparable to a steel cutting edge.
If a guy is needing a cutting edge, how fast can you turn one around for these guys?
Right now, our lead time is 2 days. So from the time you put that order in till the time it ships out our doors is 2 days.
And you guys aren't limited to Arctic.
We are not limited to Arctic.
So you can put it on a ProTech, you can put it on a Kotech. I feel like I'm talking about women's hygiene products here. But you can put it on all of these different pushers, and as long as a guy knows how to measure, make a phone call and say, hey, I need this blade, here's my measurements, you can put it on anything. If you got a homemade pusher, if you made it yourself, good for you, because that's beyond my skills. As long as you know how to take a tape measure, I mean, if you can build a pusher, you know how to use a tape measure, right? You know how to use that tape measure and make that phone call, you guys will turn it around and get it made in 2 days and sent out to them probably pretty dang quick after that.
Pretty quick. In most cases, it's less than that 2 day time frame, but we like to tell individuals 2 days.
So we're gonna stick this one on our, hey, this is a good combo, right? Our oldest pusher on our newest loader. Why not do that? That's the way the Polacks do it, and I'm half Polish, right? So I'm gonna definitely do that.
Well, you have to look good when you're pushing snow on that brand new pavement.
So question for you, will you show us exactly how to measure? Because there's a right way and a wrong way to measure. Make sure you follow these instructions. Will you show us exactly how to get this lined up so that guys can get the right measurements to you?
We will show you.
All right, let's do it, and then we'll get this installed. All right, this is gonna be scary, because what?
So, truth behold, we're gonna find out how well Stanley can read a tape measure.
Oh, this is not good. You guys gotta understand, I work in the dirt. If I'm within 2 inches, I call that pretty damn good. I'm not a finished carpenter. Yeah. But if I get it wrong, I'm gonna blame I'm gonna blame her.
Wait a minute, Stanley.
I'm blaming her.
I have evidence on my phone, the video that you sent me.
She taught me how to do the right way to measure, so we're gonna teach you guys the right way to measure.
I didn't know you were cross-eyed. I didn't know you were cross-eyed.
All right, let's see. You got the tape measure?
I got it.
All right, let's show them how to do this, Eric.
When we cut these, and when we measure them, we always start from and go left to right. And then the reason we go left to right is it's the same way we cut them on our machine.
Okay.
We start from the left side, work to the right end of it.
Okay.
So you want to make sure that you do that because sometimes holes, and on this one is in particular is that way, they're not a mirrored image. So
yep.
If you go to right to left, it's going to be backwards. So anyways,
and you don't start, go to here, then put the tape to here, to here, to here, to there.
no,
you just do one straight run.
You want it all the way across.
Okay.
Because if you're off a 1/16 of an inch on one hole, it's going to throw it off and multiply it as it runs down the length of the blade.
Okay.
So our first hole,
it's not good.
first hole here is 2 inches. Second hole's 10.5. Third hole's a 9 1/4. And the third one is at 28 inches with an overall blade length of 30 inches. So that's what we use to make his blades. We have 2, 10.5, 19 1/4, 28, and a 30-inch blade width.
All right. So far, it's looking pretty good. Pretty good.
So good.
Yeah.
You did say they're all the same, so we're banking on that.
Yeah.
Right. With Arctic, that's the beauty part. All you got to do is count your sections: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you just order each, however many blades you want. You can order them in bulk.
We wanted to make it wider and then drill the holes down the middle.
Okay.
But he couldn't do that because these holes are not equally spaced. It's a little unusual.
That and, these bottoms having that trip feature on there, I wasn't sure how a double-sided blade would work.
Here's a great thing. With something like this, as you can see, the holes are top-centered, okay? With these guys, if you don't have a top-centered hole like this, they'll make you a reversible, a flippable cutting edge. So you can put the holes in the middle, then you can flip it around, right?
Yep, and you get wear off of both sides, so you get double the life out of it.
Right. Let's get on to the install. I'll raise up the loader and we'll get her put in. See if we can get her.
Oh my God.
Or a grinder if you have to.
Oh.
Sweet.
That's one way to take them off.
Yep, we just get them to break off, we're good. Nice.
After we take that old cutting edge off, take a putty knife or any scraping tool, scrape that surface, that way you get a nice tight mount when you put our new poly cutting edge on.
All right, boys, I think I'm gonna get chewed out here. All right, what are we looking at?
All right, Stanley. So, we like to, always instruct proper how to read a tape measure. So we see we got a couple holes off there. It's going to be a little bit of challenge to get them through, the bolts through, but I think we can make it.
Okay. It looked like it was within 2 inches to me. Now, since we filmed this, I have had an opportunity to go snow plowing in this machine, and I can tell you that those poly blades, one of the big questions is, do they scrape as good as steel? And in my experience, at least on these Arctics, they absolutely did scrape just as good as steel. Now, if they will last as long as steel might be another question, But according to these guys, they'll last every bit as long as steel, and I do have this exact cutting edge on my short iron blade, and I've used that for 3 seasons, and I may get another 1 or 2 seasons out of that yet, and I've never gotten 5 years out of any cutting edge I've used on any blade anywhere. So far, it's been so good. All right, guys, the install is done. Everything is looking sharp. Now, you guys also can include hardware too. So if a guy orders a cutting edge, nuts, bolts, they can get everything right through you guys if they don't have that available. But one of the things I was thinking is this would be great for paver streets or cobblestone streets, right? Because it's not going to scratch the surface, it's not going to mar.
Yep.
And as it's going over that surface, it also has a little bit of forgiveness kind of baked right into the product.
This material is the same material that we make our CNA Pro snowmobile skis out of, so it's basically designed to handle the cold weather.
So we're not, guys don't have to worry about it snapping or breaking as they're hitting bumps and stuff like that. Okay, but if guys want more information, kind of look this up on their own, where would they go?
Check us out on the web at maywest.com or give us a call, 1-800-788-6483.
All right, guys, well, that's it. At least we kind of dodged a bullet. I'm glad we're not doing it tomorrow because the high is supposed to be like -3 tomorrow. So
Might be a little cold.
Yeah. But we got it done just in time because Mother Nature's going to take a big juicy dump on us. We're supposed to get like 6 inches of snow coming up. So finally.
Let her snow. Let her snow.
Let her snow. Well, that's all we got for you on this one. God bless you guys. Go get them. We'll see you on another one. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Stanley.